So if you've been following this channel for any length of time at this point, then you probably know why it is so critically important as a home buyer to actually go out and have a licensed professional home inspector conduct a home inspection on the house before you actually physically buy it. But buyer beware, there are still some pitfalls that people continue to fall for, and I want to make sure we clean those up. Some buyers will actually waive that inspection period altogether, which in my opinion is just a really big no-no. In fact, I actually tell all of my sellers that I work with that, hey, a buyer's going to pay on their own dime for a licensed home inspection. And that's pretty much the norm in Middle Tennessee. Now, of course, there's exceptions to the rule. Sometimes when people are buying cash for a property or it's a distressed property, they may not conduct an inspection. However, if you plan on moving into the house, you need to have one done. Another thing that I find a lot of people end up doing is that they simply hire the cheapest home inspector that they can find, which is not always a good idea because just like you wouldn't necessarily pay for the cheapest item on the menu or the cheapest car, might not want to pay for the cheapest home inspector. A lot of folks will not physically show up to the home inspection since we get the reports online nowadays, yet I always recommend to my clients that you do show up for the last 15 or 20 minutes so that you can pick the brain of the inspector and get an understanding of what his findings ended up being. Now, conversely though, I don't think it's important for home buyers to be there for the full 2 or 3 hours that a home inspection requires. You don't want to get too involved because if you're getting in the home inspector's way, it's just going to take longer and he's going to grow frustrated with you. And then one final word of the wise is that if you have questions during the inspection period or something pops up on that inspection report that we need clarification on, just ask the question. There's no such thing as a stupid question when it comes to buying a house, and I would rather you ask that question and us get clarification than to run into issues down the road because we didn't clarify up front. So listen, real estate doesn't have to be crazy. It doesn't have to be difficult. We want to make sure you get the info you deserve without the bullshit. So drop us a line or shoot us a text if we can point you in the right direction, and we'll catch up with you soon. Cheers.